Welcome to Here's How We Get There. It's the daily show filled with conversations about business and mental health in a down-to-earth style with real-world language. Now let's dive in with your co-hosts, Kenneth Shark Kinney and Trey Tucker.
Your shark diving trips are about to cost even more, Shark, because United Airlines and American Airlines have said that they're raising the checked bag fees from $35 to $40, continually increasing and forcing more people to cram way too much into their carry-ons and then try to fight for space in the overhead luggage compartments. So more chaos will ensue while the airlines bleed more money out of us. Shark, give us some sort of perspective and maybe even a solution.
Well, and it was American did it. It was $10, I believe. I think it's $5 if you do it ahead of time, $10 at the airport. So it went from 30 to 40 or 30 to 35, which is nuts. That's why I only travel with fins and a mask and no clothes. I just fins and a mask is all I carry. And I could just wear them on the flight. But I think this goes back to really when you think back about how the whole way that airlines and companies in their eyes explain loyalty. They change all these loyalty programs. They do a wonderful job of making you believe that they have these low fees or they're being transparent. But in the process of changing this as it goes, and we get it that prices are higher because of fuel, just charge it, just put it inside the ticket price. There are very few things that they could make flat and stable and almost a forever charge. And one of those is bag fees. It isn't costing because we're putting more stuff in our suitcases. So just raise the price of the ticket where most people can up or down absorb a $5, $10 charge, as opposed to the one place that we're going to scream about it, which is in the external fees. That loyalty, that customer loyalty that they pretend they have, is a bunch of bunk. And the advice that's out there that is just kills me is I had a bag that was too heavy coming back from the conference. The guy wanted to give me free bags, a reminder that if I did a credit card through Delta, that, I could get free bags. That's great. But then I'm paying 8,000% interest rate. I charge a $1 ice cream cone. It'll take me 10 years to pay off. So that was one, much of the advice you Google, aim for airline elite status. Okay. But I mean, they change that over and over again. If you fly a lot on another airline the next year, you might, bump down to a different. Not everybody goes through the same airline all the time. The other is booking business or first class. Okay. I almost did this with the last trip. I could have gotten a check bag for free, or for this one flight, $280 extra for first class, which is ridiculous. Consider flying Southwest if you like cattle calls. Consider flying Spirit Airlines, where it's $10 to fly, but then the prices of the bags are high. Again, this could be fixed if they would be more transparent in their pricing, and that does not involve just telling us ahead of time when their fees are being raised, or keep it within the price. I don't understand why they don't simply raise it, because we have nobody's keeping an abacus and a slide rule to figure out if your fare is $5 or $10 more now than it will be a month from now. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. It's greed and it's tone deaf because they're obviously not listening to the customers and what we actually want. So I'm going to throw out an idea. I don't even know if I like it, but it's at least something to maybe consider. I'm going to say ban any kind of carry-on luggage. Make everybody check it. So two things would happen there. You could hopefully lower the checked bag fees because everybody's having to do it. And therefore, two things in the flight, you wouldn't have to fight over the compartment space. And then it would load on the onboarding process so much faster because you wouldn't have all of us trying to hoist our bags up there and fight for the different spots. And I think it would really expedite the whole boarding process. Now, my hunch is if they actually did ban the carry-ons and make everybody check it, I bet they would not only just keep them at the same fee, they'd even go even higher, because it would then be all about them again, going back to the greed and tone deafness.
Yeah, the airlines have been screwing this up for years. They can try. I always laugh too. So even when I fly first class, it still feels incredibly stupid that before you enter the plane, when you start to scan your boarding pass, I'm supposed to stand in this left lane where Sky Priority and first class members walk through. But then they pull the little tape over for the other people who are flying in, business or main cabin two, have to go through another, not on the left side, but on the right side of the aisle. It's so ridiculous the way they continue to screw this up. Just be transparent with your pricing and get me home safely. That's it.
Thank you for joining Shark and Trey on the Here's How We Get There show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show and visit here'showwegetthere.com. That's here'showwegetthere.com.